outside. Can't step outside because there's a cat. I had this realization today. Oh, hang on a sec. Hang on. Hanny, are the dogs inside? Okay, I'm going to run down to Hardware and get that clip I talked about. I forgot. There we go. We're going for a quick wander. Stay there, girls. We have 45 days left of vlogging every day for the year. Hannah has, dude, I couldn't have done this. I found a video. Brains all over the shop. Shocker. I found a video from when it was from 14 years ago. So I would have been 16 years old. And it was probably about now, 15 years ago. And it was entitled, Doing a Video Every Day for a Year, starting on my birthday. It's been something I've always wanted to do. And now we have almost done it. Admittedly, I was a little bit late with the vlog on Sunday, which is totally my fault. Sorry, Saturday. But, you know, a bit late is better than cancelling altogether, I suppose, isn't it? I'm just going to go and deal with the gate, and then I'll be back. Hold on. Yeah, so it's been something I've always wanted to do, but just never actually stuck to or got around to. And it's been an eye-opening experience. You know, I'm glad that we had it. I said to Hannah, she was hesitant at the beginning, because it is a privacy thing, you know, basically filming our lives every day and putting it on the internet for everyone to see. But we're both glad that we did it, because now we have, a whole year of Charlie's life documented that we can look back on. We can show him. You know, he now gets to see things. Oh, more of his life has been on camera than hasn't. It sounds weird, and it kind of is weird to a degree. But at the same time, we've got all these beautiful milestones from when, you know, the little man started crawling, and then started walking, and then started running, and then started, you know, all these little things that he's got. We get to watch him grow, and we get to look back, all Hannah's craft and cooking and stuff that she does. She's got to go back and see, she even referenced the other day. She's like, I was curious how I did this thing. So I went back and I watched one of our YouTube videos. I was like, yeah, that's so good. So I'm glad that we've done it. We haven't done it, obviously. It's a challenge still to finish it. But I'm glad that we're almost done, and I'm glad we attempted it. I'm glad that have done it, have chosen to go ahead and to do it. We've talked about what we're going to do after this year. And we love it. We love it. We really do. We love vlogging. We love having our lives on record, to be able to look back. It is beautiful. What I'm not sure we will do is continue the daily vlogging, every single day. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And again, especially since, you know, from September through to May, when I was sort of working those really long hours, a lot of the vlog would have died without Hannah. You know, there were days where I didn't show up on camera at all. I remember the day that Charlie Kirk got killed. You know, I couldn't pick up the camera. I just was so shaken by that. And I still am, but I remember just being so rocked by what had happened to somebody who was similar in age to me. He had young kids like I do. He believed a lot of the same things that I did. And somebody thought it was okay to take his life away. It really rocked me. One thing I learned that day, and looking back, it's a reminder. You know, I was shaken. I was really shaken. And Hannah had, you know, we had a vlog that day because of Hannah. You know, I can't put into words how grateful I am for Hannah. She's not paying me to say this. it's something I didn't realize that I would get from these vlogs, is realizing just how much, you know, Hannah is ingrained so deeply in my life, and how much better my life is as a result of her being in it. Like, I knew that, but I now have evidence, and I now have a track record of things that have happened that wouldn't have happened if it weren't for Hannah being there to make sure they happened. So yeah, it's a weird realization that I've had just recently. Didn't know I was going to talk about this either when I left the house, but here we are. So yeah, I'm glad. I'm really glad that we've done these vlogs. I'm conscious that it's a lot of work to do them daily, so I don't think after this year is up we'll continue doing them daily, but we will continue doing them to some degree. So yeah, you can't get rid of me too soon, too quickly. Something else I've learned over the last year, I found it very confronting, right? I knew I worked a lot, and this is not news to anybody who's watched long enough. I knew I worked a lot. I had the intent of doing more, and that all went out the window in September last year, you know, when I shuffled to this work schedule where I was starting at 8 in the morning, wrapping up at 10 at night. And it's kind of, it's made me realize a couple of things. Number one, I'm extremely blessed to be able to work from home. Extremely blessed. I can get all the work that I do done. I can spend a bit of time with my son through the day and my wife. You know, it's not something everybody gets. It really isn't. And so I recognize how grateful I am for that, and how much I plan to protect that in the future as new opportunities come up. You know, I don't want to be. I know I can work a lot, and I know that's my default and my habit. I want to make sure that I always will have time for my family, and my family will always be prioritized. Another lesson I've learned is that I do, like, the first thing to go when I run out of time is having a social life. Which is not, you know, I've struggled with my social life since school, you know. I'm trying to think back, you know, I remember when I was in kindergarten, loved people, loved hanging out, loved having friends, wanted to go to every birthday party I was invited to. I remember this one kid invited me to his birthday party, and I knew the date was when we were planning to go away as a family. So I hid. It was a Batman party too. He loved Batman, this kid. So I had this Batman invite, and I hid it behind the couch until like the day before we were due to go on holidays. And then I pulled it out and go, oh, I got an invite. Look, I'm going to have to stay behind so I can go to this party. Oh, no. Which of course didn't work. But, you know, my bulletproof childhood logic was great. And that over the years, like my social life has just like decimated. It's gone. I realized I've got a handful of people in my life. Most of them I will talk to occasionally and then sort of not talk too often, which is good, you know. And I have conversations often with a lot of these people going, you know, it's good that we don't have that pressure of, oh, if you don't talk to me for a couple of days, then we get problems, you know. Because there are people that have been in my life that are a bit like that, which is exhausting. But I also don't have, I said to Hannah the other day, I was watching the Unemployable podcast, and I realized, I turned to Hannah, I said, you know, I don't have friends. I just realized I don't have friends. And she looks at me, she goes, yeah. What do you mean? This isn't a shock. You knew that. I was like, no, I didn't realize I don't have friends that I regularly keep in contact with, that I could trust with my life, that I would drop in. Like, I don't have that sort of, I don't have those relationships in my life, which was a bit confronting. I wouldn't mind. I reached out to Adam Hudson from the podcast, and I said, you know, genuinely watching this, like, I've learned a lot. I messaged him, I said, I've learned a lot from you, and I've been grateful from a lot of lessons I've had from you over the years, but this one hit me the hardest, is that I just do not have friends. And he came back to me, he says, yeah, look, I've just spent the last 2 hours sitting with some of my closest friends, and it was really meaningful. And he says, I think it's really important that you focus in on that, because men need friends. In this day and age especially, men need friends. And so I plan to take that seriously. I am taking that seriously already. Just had realization after realization that, gee, I need to build a proper friendship circle. It's still a little bit difficult. I'm just going to shut the gate. I don't have to worry about the touching the camera while I'm driving now that I'm back home. You know, I'll admit it has been a nightmare since, you know, the long Monday to Fridays, and then on the weekends I'm just exhausted and out of energy for everything else. But I do realize genuinely that I need to prioritize it. Sorry, I'm just shutting the thing. There we go. I know I need friends. I know I need a social life. I know I need just a close circle. I've never been a big, I don't want big groups of friends because to me it just feels not as real and meaningful. I've got so many friends and I barely have a chance to talk to any one of them because there's so many. I just want a group of, 5 or 6 people, maybe another family or two that I can get along with, talk about anything, trust with anything. It'd be nice. And obviously, since spending a lot less time on social media, it's added more challenges, and the kind of friendship circles that I'm looking for are a similar sized family to mine, which can often mean that they're having kids at the moment, which means that they're out of the loop because they're, recovering from having a kid and getting used to that new lifestyle, and then trying to line up timetables and all this is just a nightmare. It's not going to happen. So there's something else that I realized while doing this. All right, another big critical thing to come as a lower priority when I get busy is health. Social circles and social life might be one of the first things to go, but health has never been a massive priority for me. Hey, I was just talking about all the things we learned from doing vlogging for a year. Hey, brother. Hello. Yeah, cheeky. I got this. Do you know why I got this? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got this hooks. Into his room. Because he comes in. Yeah, Ta? Ta? Mm-hmm. Hang on, you didn't say Ta. Ta? Yeah. Good boy. Duh. Oh, anyway. Yeah, so.
Now what? He's happy.
Now he's happy. Has he been not happy?
Oh, he was just crying on the phone to his auntie.
Oh, Charlie. Anyway, I'm going to feed the birds. I'm guessing it's bird feeding time. Yeah. Hello. You can watch the bird. Yeah, so it's another thing that always sort of tends to fall off, and it's not a good habit to get into. But it's good the fact that all this has been documented over the last year. And I can look back and reflect and do it. Oh, need to cut open a new one. Yeah, there's an opportunity to reflect. There's an opportunity to realize and right the wrongs. All these things. So, Can I have this spot? Can I come here? You just need to wait and watch. Okay. It's also, whoa. I'm glad that we had that realization too, quite early on about, using what little we had to do just a Bible verse every day. I like that we've picked that up. You are not getting that whole thing. You are not, hey, let me cut it up. Let me cut it up. This is not going exceptionally well. What are you talking about? I've got to have some for everyone else too. Stop. All right. Go. Everyone go grab some. Go. Greedy guts. You. And you. This meat does not smell super. Then again, it's dog food, so it's probably not supposed to. But I'm glad that we did that. It's such a small... It's not like, a big sacrifice or a big thing, but I think it's important to keep that up and to keep just the little bits and pieces that we can give back, the little influence that we can hopefully share. Hello. You chewing those hooks? Yeah. Always. Is that for Dad? That's for my door, thank you. Ta? Good boy. He's a good boy. I gotta wash my hand. Would you like it back? Charlie? Ta? 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 Good boy. Happy? Anyway, point is, a lot of lessons, a lot of good, a lot of reflection. We've still got a month and a bit left.
Yay!
Yeah, we were just saying, I don't think we'll keep doing daily. I like that we do vlogs.
But also it'd be nice to have my nights back or my nap times back.
I was saying, you are like the skeleton, the glue that has made this actually happen.
That's very sweet of you to say.
It's true. Well, what do you think that's sweet? Wait till she goes and edit this episode. You gotta add a comment, Hannah. Was I sweet all the way through? Yeah. That's right. That was the most,
Was I sweet?
the most unco spitting outcome I've ever done. Alright, I'm going back to work now. Do you want to say anything to the camera, Hannah?
Hi.
Can I have that, please? Like, I know you like it, but can I have it? Because I need to lock you out of my office.
No, it's his now. You should have thought this through.
Anyway. Alright, bye. Bye.
Goodness.
Charlie, say bye. Don't eat it. He's eating the cardboard, Charlie. No, ta. Thank you. I'll finish. High five. Yeah. I love you. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, bye.